Make sure everything's all plugged in. Like a safety cache here. Always go with the gray. I remember hearing about that in high school. Go with the gray, Dale. Go with the gray. Find your own fucking business, sir. Mind your own business, sir. Well, gang, I screwed up. I have to re-drill some pocket holes because I was an inch and a half off on my measurements earlier. That's why they say measure twice, then cut. See, I had to lose my pocket screw jigs there. Fuck it, we'll just cut some more. It only takes 2 seconds with this thingamajig here. I don't know what this is called, but it's a jig. And it makes the great pocket screwing, and we'll show you here in a few seconds what I mean. This is a nice little gizmo. It saves you on the dado blading. It does a really good, nice job. Just be sure you put it in the right way, otherwise, you know, you have it on the wrong side. You know, make sure it's in that side. Always make sure the shitty side is the one where you want your pocket screws. If it's the sides or a shelf, that way, you know, it's on the top or the bottom. You know, so you have the nice looking side on top. That way it's more visible, and that is kind of hidden underneath. And we'll show you how this thing works here. Now you'll see. Well, not from this angle. Now you'll see from this angle a little bit how this works, like that. And then you got your pocket screws like that, see? I'll have to re-sand this too. Nothing more than I hate than sanding all goddamn day. Oh well, at least it's something to do. Makes the day go. You can hear Roger, the woods instructor, and those times in Remsen. Make sure it's all level, Dano. Make sure it's all level and even. Otherwise you have to recut it. Thanks, sir. You can just go back and mind your own business now. I know you're just trying to help, but you know me. I get a little, how I say, stubborn when someone tries to tell me how to do things. Well, that's what happens when you get older. I can't wait till I'm an old man. Then I'll be a real stubborn son of a bitch. When I get to be in my 60s and 70s, I'll be a real stubborn son of a bitch old man, won't I? Oh shit. Well, I hope this has been a little, how I say, instructional for you. If you ever want to get, you know, something this nice instead of using dado blades and dado cuts. And later on we'll show you how we screw a shelf together. And I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about screws and bolts and drills. You know. I put newspapers down so that this glue, well, because this glue can run off, so it's always good to have newspaper down, even though this is shitty carpet, but just so that it doesn't make a real sticky mess, you know. And then we just run a line of glue right here along here. It'll come out. I should probably call Roger and see if these sides pass the sanding specs before I put them on, because he's always, you know, telling us about sanding the shit out of stuff. You know? And pretty soon we'll be putting our pocket screws in, you know, these. With the torque head, you know. Hopefully I do this right. I guess we'll find out in a few minutes whether or not they're long enough or not. They should be. I didn't want to go too long because then they'll come through the board. And believe me, when I was doing that entertainment center a couple years ago up in Remsen, I had that happen to me a few times. I gotta get myself back into shape. Make sure it's level, otherwise we'll be way off and I'll be mad. That's good. Well, it doesn't look like it, but that thing is in. Doesn't look like it much, you guys, but believe it or not, that thing actually went in. Maybe it's the, maybe I need a bigger, fatter screw head. Well, now I know not to go all the way in. Get in there, you fuck. A little crooked. Looks snug. Shit. Fuck. We're a little off. Oh shit. I'll have to get that so it fits nice and even. Well, gang, Dana really fucked up on this. There's a surprise. Well, at first I thought that middle shelf was going to be right in the middle. As you can see, the middle is way off. As I was saying earlier, you guys, I thought I had that thing cut down in half. As you can see, I was way the hell off on the middle. Try like 5-6 inches. This is why I would never be a carpenter. Oh, this is why I could never be a carpenter. I'm just so glad that it actually folded together, considering the fact that I had to go to the lumber yard, get some pieces recut. The shelves are a little long now, but I must have had my head up my ass when I measured that. Oh well, this just shows you why I can't measure for shit. Oh, now it's going to be my fun part, putting the shelves in. And this is what they taught me in shop class up in Remsen. Use pieces like that. You know, if you want to go like 8.5 high, just make some scrap pieces and then set your shelf on top of that and it'll be even on both sides. That's how I did my entertainment center. Sick and tired of the assholes next door. God, they played all afternoon and they're not getting any better or worse. It's about neutral for them. Maybe they are hammered, hence the name. We're hammered, are you? Maybe apparently that's what they do over there anyways, get hammered. Now we'll throw the next shelf on top and then we're going to town. Well, kids, it didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to. As you can see, it's a little leaning right there.